Every day in the body shop, you'll be faced with a whole variety of paint repair jobs. The approach you take with each job will depend on three things: the extent of the damage, the position of the damage, and the type of finish on the car. Obviously, in some cases, nothing short of a total respray will do. But if a repair can be undertaken, this video will show you the different procedures that are possible and demonstrate the blending techniques necessary. But first, let's be clear what we mean by the term blending. The refinish business has its own terminology, which can be quite misleading at times. For instance, do you know the difference between fade out and blending? If we were applying a base coat, we would be right to use the term fade out. Here you see the base coat being faded out into the original finish, which has been well sanded and prepared. Blending is the correct term to use when working with direct gloss colors or clears. This is a clear being blended into a properly prepared original finish. Now that we're clear about that, let's look at some of the different types of repair. First, we have full panel repair, sometimes known as an edge-to-edge repair. With this, the complete panel is painted, making it fairly quick even in unskilled hands. Of course, there are disadvantages. You must tint to overcome color differences, and frequent reworks might be necessary. Next, we have the fade-out repair. Here, the repair base coat is faded into a well-sanded and prepared original finish. Once that's done, the clear coat is taken to the panel edge. There are three main benefits to this method. It overcomes minor color differences, it requires little or no tinting, it needs fewer reworks. You do, however, require an intermediate level of skill for this type of repair, and you still need to clear coat the full panel. That brings us neatly on to the final technique, the PPG Deltron Smart Repair. This lets you tackle spot repairs without painting the complete panel, saving considerable time, materials, and money. But it does require a high level of skill to perfect. It's intended for smaller areas of damage in less prominent places, such as between styling lines or around the edges of doors and panels. If the damage is considerable or towards the center of a panel, then the conventional edge-to-edge or fade-out repair techniques must be used. To carry out a smart repair, you'll require small spray guns, such as the ones seen in this video. You'll also need abrasives, infrared lamps, polishers, PPG finishing compounds, and of course, the Deltron paint system. Armed with these, you're ready to begin. First, check the color and identify the formulation. The PPG color system will prove invaluable here. Having done that, if applicable, remove any relevant body parts, then cover the whole car. Now prepare the area by wet sanding. It's usual to start with P800 to P1000, although for deeper repairs, P400 to P600 might be preferable. Finish with P1200 to get a good feather edge. Next, use grey-green Scotch-Brite beyond the repair area using water, or better still, DX380, which you can then use to clean the area thoroughly after preparation. If bare metal shows, apply 2 coats of Universal Wash Primer D831, followed by 1 or 2 coats of Prima 2K Primer D839 for warranty repair. After 10 minutes infrared drying, it's time for sanding the primer ready for the base coat colour application. Sanding the primer using P1000 to P1200 to bring it to the original profile. Thin the colour in equal proportions with D808 if a solid colour, or in the case of metallics and micas with D807. For difficult colours, use a mixture of D807 and D851 base coat fade-out thinner. The application of base coat is drier than normal, with air from the gun being used to chase solvent from the paint film. Use light strokes, working towards the centre, firstly with the pressure set to 1.3 bar and then at 0.8 bar. When the primer is covered, dilute the base coat mix a further 1:1 with D851 base coat fade-out thinner and fade out at 0.8 bar using light coats to ensure a good fade-out. Allow 10 to 15 minutes flash-off time while you prepare the clear coat. At lower temperatures, i.e. 7 to 18 degrees centigrade, D818 may be added to the thinner to improve through cure. To ensure that the correct amount of D818 is used, when mixing very small quantities, add one 250 ml can to a new 5-litre can of thinner. The choice of hardener will depend upon local conditions. Any of these may be used, although for best results when spraying between 18 and 25 degrees centigrade, D841 is recommended. For this repair, D803 hardener has been chosen. To the first gun, add D800 clear, the hardener and the thinner in the ratio 3:1:1, D800, D803, D807. Add to the second gun 1 part ready-mixed clear coat to 5 parts D868 DG fade-out thinner. Alternatively, 1 part ready-mixed clear to 6 parts D807 thinner may be used. Now, working like an artist with an airbrush, apply 2 coats of clear from the first gun and blend in the dry edge with the second gun, keeping within the Scotch-Brighted area. Cure under infrared lamps with 2 minutes flash-off and 10 minutes at full cure, though this time will vary depending on the type of infrared lamps used. When the repair is completely cured and cool, sand any contamination using P2000 wet, then machine polish with DRX 1500 and or DRX 2000. Finally, polish to the original standard using DRX 3000. So, there you have it, a smart repair, which, if you're smart, you'll add to your repertoire. Let's recap. We have the total respray, the full panel or edge-to-edge repair, the fade-out repair, and the smart or spot repair. 4 different types of repair, all with one thing in common: the paint technology of PPG.